Good evening, one. Good evening, all. Welcome to a new edition of the Sideline Junkies. I am the Midnight Rider. That is the big guy, KG. And we like to welcome you to a little show that has everybody saying Thursday night Throwdown. Yeah.
That's got to be your thing every Thursday. But I love it. Hello, everybody. Of course, as he said, I'm the big guy, KG. That right there on this side, that's probably the biggest Sade fan you'll find. He loves to call it the sweetest taboo.
Yeah, it is.
Love is stronger than pride. Himself, the Midnight Rider.
What's up, everybody? How you doing tonight?
Man, it's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful Thursday night. Before we kick this thing off and get in, get out, gotta say this. Congratulations to the Las Vegas Aces for winning the WNBA championship last night. Unfortunately, they had to beat the New York Liberty. I know Perry's not too happy about that. I feel him because the Liberty had a chance to win that game and force a game 5, but the Aces wound up winning it. That's ring number 3 for Candace Parker. Her third different franchise, third ring. Once she decides to hang them up, we'll be talking Hall of Fame, no doubt. No doubt in my mind she's going into the Naismith Hall of Fame. So somebody said Kelsey Plum had the coldest picture on the internet right now with her smoking a cigar. I said, yeah. So congratulations, ladies. You deserve it. Probably one of the best teams in WNBA history.
Definitely the most stacked. I'll give you that.
Now, if you
I think this is two of the most talented teams to meet in the finals.
Yes,
and I'm not gonna make that hyperbolic. I think that's factual.
Yes, but I always say, if you want to see, the Aces can take another step, but you got to do 4 in a row, baby. You got to be Houston Comics-esque. You got to do 4 in a row. So,
okay.
And I think
on what? Why was the 4 down?
Oh, it's always down. You always got to hang the 4.
But the Horsemen were. Never mind. That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. And then what was that? Was it 3 for 10 when they won the third championship for Kim Peratt? Emotional championship, but still, big ups to the Las Vegas Aces. You ladies deserve it. Run it back again next year. Hope y'all can keep y'all team together and run it again next year, and give us another exciting WNBA season because they held me in the palm of their hand this season. I will say that. So, next up, first topic of the night. We only got 2. First topic of the night is the question of the night. And Perry, I called him, and the man answered the call. Here's Perry right here. Oh, Asia Wilson. Yeah, she is the one. She is no, she ain't a dog. She a wolf. She eats dogs. That's what she do. The hell with having that dog in her. She got that wolf in her. She eats dogs. She got that wolf in her. She got that Jerry West. That's what she got. And he says the Aces and Liberty and Aces Liberty will run it back. I know they will. Because the Liberty, they got nothing but talent. And their talent is young. So yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Question of the night from the Midnight Rider. Who is to blame for Washington's inconsistent offense? Inconsistencies on offense. Now, if you posing that question to me, and I have to answer that, I'm going to answer it truthfully. If you want to know why Washington's inconsistent on
now, I'll help you out. I'll give if you have options, you can do it almost like a blame pie. Like it doesn't have to be one centralized unit.
Okay.
Because that might help you out with your answer.
No, my answer is very clear. It's the players themselves. The players have to take blame.
Okay.
I say the same thing every week. The coaches are there to prepare you. They prepare you for the game that you're coming up to play. They can't play the game for you. You have to play the game.
Correct.
So if I give you the script, I give you everything you need. I put everything down that you need to get through this week, to get to this game. You get to that game and you don't do it, that's you.
Okay.
Now your answer to the question.
So first person is Sam Howell. And it's because as much as he helps the offense, he hurts the offense, because there's a PFF stat where I think he's been sacked 34 times, and only 12 of those, maybe it's 14. I think it's 14 of those sacks can be put on the offensive lineman, not on the quarterback. So he's part one of this. Part two is the offensive line's inability to create space in the middle of the field for running lanes. That's number two. And you and I both have this person on our blame pie, and that's the offensive coordinator, number three, Eric Bieniemy. He's also a reason for this offense not being consistent and not doing what it's supposed to do on a daily basis or weekly basis. So that's how my blame pie goes. And the reason I say you agree with me on this is because the offensive coordinator is the person that you challenge every week to get your running back the 15 to 20 carries, and he hasn't gotten that.
No.
So if that's the case, then you're right in line with me, blaming the OC.
Perry says dead one because they have the offensive coaches now. Yeah, you do have the offensive coaches now. You got the coaches, but
this offense, the other reason I blame him is because this offense has too many dead spots. Like, they'll come out and they'll get hot and they'll run hot for a stretch. Denver, they ran hot. They started slow, ran hot late. This week against Atlanta, they came out hot and then just tailed off. Mm-hmm. And those peaks and valleys, in the words of the movie from Training Day, the smiles and cries. We got to manage the smiles and cries better. That's all I think, and that's the only reason I want to hold him accountable. And of course, I said the O-line second. Yeah, I don't think so. So I like this question because I think in our chat week one, I mentioned we might need a more dynamic running back than anything else. It might be we need more of a factor back type of guy.
Now, when you say factor back,
sure,
define that for me.
So for me, it's a guy. He can do a little bit of everything. He's a Swiss Army knife. He can catch it out of the backfield. He can get you 2 yards if it's third and 1, and if it's first and 10, and he hits the gap, he hitting his head on the goalpost. That guy. I think Brian Robinson's that guy. Like, I think he's the guy that if you need 1, he'll get you 2. I think Gibson's the guy that can hit his head on the goalpost, but he got to get through the garbage first, and he struggles for a guy his size. And part of this is probably because he didn't play running back growing up, so he doesn't have some natural running back instincts. But he doesn't run behind his pads. He gets hit in the legs a lot. Like, I would up his squat game tremendously just to see if he can like run through some arm tackles, and because that's the only thing that's really holding him back. That and the fumbling. But I think we've made too much of the fumbling because he fumbles once. And it's like, oh my God, all he does is fumble. And he goes 5 games without fumbling. You know what I'm saying? Or 4 games without fumbling. So if you're talking about the toss, I blame the quarterback, not him. But that's good.
When you, because I was going to ask, don't you have that guy that you're talking about? Don't you have that in Antonio Gibson? But when we talk about the fumbling, we're talking about, it's not the fumbling per se. It's the times when he fumbles. We're in the red zone. We're driving. We're good. And he fumbles inside of the 20. He fumbles inside of the 15. That's where the problem lies.
Okay.
It's not about, he's not a consistent fumbler. No.
Okay.
It's when he fumbles. That's the problem. That's the problem that I have and a lot of other people in the fan base. It's when. It's not if, not okay, he fumbled at the 50. It's fumbling when we need the points right then and there. If we get that score, we kind of sort of can breathe a little bit because the game's damn near out of reach. But we lose the momentum because he fumbled inside the 15, and then they drive down and score. That's what it is with him and the fumbling. And Perry said, and the O-line. I said something to you guys a couple of days in a row. I put it in the group. I said it in I think I said it in our chat. How is it that this offensive line is rated so high on Pro Football Focus, but they don't pass the eye test?
So I don't know if you I don't know your show consumption on the radio. But I want to say it was Grant and Danny. They had Schlereth on, Stink, old guard for the Redskins, Super Bowl champion. I think he has 3 rings, 1 with us, 2 with Denver.
Yes.
He was on. He was like, the reason he doesn't believe in some of the analytics is because the analytics don't tell the whole story. And what he was saying was some of his eye tests, some of his situational. Like if you're playing the Rams and it's 4th and 2, and your left guard has been getting his ass kicked by Aaron Donald all night, the analytics say go for it. Are you gonna really go for it? Because you can't block Aaron Donald. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The other part is it's guys in the room and they don't know the assignments. They don't know if the guard is supposed to slide left or slide right. So how are we assigning blame and a number to this if you don't know his job? And I understand they got guys like what's his name? It's not Tyler Columbus. It's another ex-Redskin. I know he's at Madden, but it's another guy that does Pro Football Focus. I'll check it out. But some of these guys, they have some offensive linemen in the room trying to help them out. But again, still, if you don't know the situation and what they're doing and their responsibilities, you really can't give an accurate grade. So that's the other thing I think. But their run grade is accurate. I think their pass grade isn't because their quarterback falls in the sacks. And some of it to us looks like, they're not blocking. And some of it is he's running in the sacks.
Yeah, because he'll be trying to get out of the pocket. He'll spin right into a sack, or he'll step up into a sack because here's the thing. Sam's still a rookie. He doesn't have the internal clock. Everybody wants him to have the clock of a Kirk Cousins. You want him to have a clock of a Tom Brady, a Jared Goff, a Josh Allen, if you will. You want him to have that clock, but he doesn't have that timing down. He still has college time, and in college, you're going to have time to throw most of the time. In the NFL, you're playing against everybody that was tops in college is in the NFL. You're not playing little sisters of the pool, So, but I blame the O-line, but on one hand, I want to blame them for everything, but then on the other hand, they make really, really good plays for a stretch, and then all of a sudden, it's like they break down. It's like it's no. I don't want to say accountability. It's like they break the fuck down.
You got. Let's call it what you want to call. Let's call it what we're calling it. It's 4 guys that are in new spots because they're either new to the team or they're playing a position they didn't play last year. So that's one part of it. Second part is you're 6 games in to a brand new offense, and that's the part that I think people talk about everything else and they shower this praise on EB, but they don't always think about we're just in the beginning part. We're in the infancy stages of this offense. There's stuff on page 42 in the playbook that we can't get to because we're still trying to get through page 6, 7, and 8. You know what I'm saying? So there's things that people want. Oh, we want to see more jet motions, and we want to see more wrinkles, and we want to see flea flickers and all that. I was like, yo, you got to wait on some of that. No, you got to get to some of that. I don't care how much time you prepare in training camp. and OTAs, but this stuff takes time. And I think that's the other part for Sam and his development, or his issue is sometimes he's looking, I feel like he's looking at the route tree trying to see where the guy's supposed to be, and he doesn't know sometimes where the guy's supposed to be. So some of those throws that normally come with anticipation, he doesn't have the anticipation yet because he's not sure. He's not 100% sure where that guy's going to end up at. If that makes sense.
It does. And you said anticipation.
And worst thing for a quarterback is you could be ready to throw. Say that again.
I said you said something about anticipation. I wanted to sing so bad, but I let it be.
Oh, good.
I let it be. That's my Dick Vitale, Brad Nessler from NCAA 06 when he was talking about anticipation. Anticipation, it's making me wait, keeping me waiting. I wasn't thinking I was doing Brad Nessler. I miss those dudes, man. I need college basketball in my life soon. But go ahead.
No, that's it. I mean, that's pretty much all I was going to say about it, man.
Okay. So is that your whole entire pie chart?
Yeah, that's it. I think that's where the blame lies right now. And some of the EB stuff is
Ron.
Huh?
You didn't blame Ron?
I very rarely blame Ron. I'm not
for everything.
Huh?
Y'all blame Ron for everything.
I'm not part of y'all. It's very rare you hear me get up here and talk about Ron. Only thing I complain about Ron about is if you're going to talk about the players, you pick the players.
Well, yeah, he did. He did pick the groceries.
I told you before, he ain't gonna be there when this turns over because there's definitely gonna be a new GM. So, like, he might as well go ahead and get ready for that now. Like, if they didn't tell them when they walked through the door, like that conference call, that first day, hey, what's up, man? Hey, we're not doing this co-centric thing next year, right? I mean, I just want to prepare you. Now your boys might be able to stick around, but I'm definitely going to have a real GM. And that's no offense to Martin Mayhew, but they're going to go younger. This front office is going to get younger, and we're going to be more into the numbers than ever before.
Maybe, just maybe this time we can actually stay into the numbers when you got those young guys in there. What's his name? Richard Mann and all these other guys that were in the office. They were young and they were in the scouting department and they would, we need to pick this guy, and then they were being overruled.
What's the guy that Marty brought in? Snyder. Snyder was here. Is it Snyder? John Snyder or something like that? He's the GM now for Seattle. Marty brought him in. He was Marty's front office guy. And when they fired Marty, he left, and I think he ended up in Seattle. And he's the one that helped build the Seattle
Legion of Boom. Him and Scott McCloughan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scott McCloughan. We're not even gonna go in there. I'm not gonna keep ripping band-aids off of these old wounds.
Well, I sent you the article. I think I posted it in the group.
Yeah.
It breaks down like year by year the failures, and like the craziest one was that like Kirk wanted 3 for $57. You end up paying that man $71 million over 3 years, and you could have had him on the cheap. You could have had him cheaper than that if you just took the chance on him. And everybody was like, "No, we shouldn't pay him that much." If you put a 5-year, $55 million deal in front of Kirk, you would have saved yourself so much money you wouldn't know what done with it, and you would have figured it out because you'd have had it in place. And once you figured out if you didn't want him to be the guy, then you just move on. Unfortunately, you held him hostage, got nothing for him.
Yeah.
And then after that, we've used 837 quarterbacks in the last 4 years or 5 years since he's been gone. So, like, you did it backwards.
Here's the thing, though. With that whole scenario, I don't want nobody to ever say, I don't want to have revisionist history like, we let Kirk walk. No, I wasn't willing to pay Kirk Cousins $20 million a year. Because I was like, I said the only way I'll pay him a base salary of 17, and the other $3 million can be in incentives or something. because I know incentives that I know he's going to hit, because I need that other $3 million to put somewhere else. I said we got other holes that need to be fixed, and if we spend 20 on him, they're bad with money. They're going to overload him. You said what? What?
You wouldn't have been. Not because everybody forgets year one is the year you hide the money. You sign him to an extension, you hide the money year one. He has a stupid low cap number the first year. That's when you make your endeavors, and then you go on.
I like that. Just hide the money. But
yeah, because most time when you do an extension, the first year, I've seen teams where the first year the guy's like a $5 million cap hit, and then he ballooned like Deshaun Watson. He was like what
every
10,
year
20 million?
it gets
and
bigger.
then after that he balloons up to 46, and now he's 46 for the rest of his the rest of his contract. But still, that's when you do number gymnastics.
It was just like I wasn't thinking along those lines. I was thinking along the lines of, okay, at that time we needed a running back. We had who do we have? We had
trash.
We still had P. Ryan and I want to say we had Capri Bibbs.
Man, you had a mixture during that stretch. You had everything from Matt Jones to the R. Kelly, not the one that pees on people, but the one that runs the football, Fat Rob.
But you know, here's the thing though. Every time he ran the ball, the first thing I used to do, it seems like you're ready.
You weren't the only one. I forgot which one I did, but I did an R. Kelly song every time he ran the ball too.
All day long. But we needed pieces elsewhere. Jordan Reed was our best weapon.
The problem was your defense was. We're gonna have this argument later, so let's get off of this now.
Yeah, because this is what we were talking about pre-show.
Let's get the pin.
Perry says, "Who was the GM when in Washington when Kirk got the fully guaranteed deal from Minnesota? Who was the GM here?
That's Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce. Yeah,
because Bruce lets him go.
Yeah,
and then you get the third round compensatory pick for him, which is stupid. But you know what? I give you credit because you at least said 17. I had people telling me he signed. I think the franchise tag was 16.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Oh, we give him 12. We give him 12 million over 5 years." He's not taking that, dumb. Oh, we should only give him 13 million. He's not taking that. If you're paying me 16 now, no.
Rivera first year was 2020.
So that would have been year 4, Jay, when they made the move for Alex Smith. Without him knowing about it, he got the call. Hey, we got you, Alex Smith. Why?
But also,
and then you signed him to a deal. Oh my God! It's the most. Okay, all right.
That was
all right. Hold on.
The Scott McLuhan thing too.
Hand in. All right. On the count of 3, we're getting back on track. Just gonna say back on track. 1, 2, 3. Back on track. All right, let's go.
All right. Perry says Liberty need to jail. John Quell is a dog. That when we were talking about the WNBA earlier. Getting to the next topic because oh my goodness, we got kickoff tonight. The Jacksonville Jaguars visit Lady C's New Orleans Saints. The Jaguars are 1.5 point favorites, if I'm not mistaken, and all lines are brought to you by
FanDuel.
I never logged in. I'm sorry. The line went up, and it's a 2.5 point favorite for the New Orleans Saints.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm sorry. It was 1.5. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. 2.5 point favorite for the New Orleans Saints. Over under is 40.5. Midnight Rider. Who you taking in this one?
Well, since I see Trevor Lawrence on the field, he becomes instantly the best quarterback, even though he's hurt. Even though the New Orleans Saints sport the 5th best defense in the National Football League. I think the Jaguars just have too much explosiveness. Like I really want to see Calvin Ridley get off today. I want to see ETN actually be a factor in the ball game. Be disruptive, hit some explosives, and help carry this team to a victory because your quarterback's hurt. So this is the type of game where you need him. The good thing for the Saints is they get Jamal Williams back, so that's going to give them their bumper. They got it between the tackles, and then you can play off with Kamara. I wouldn't be surprised if this team goes with some kind of multi-sets where you see Kamara and Williams in the backfield, and then you get Kamara going out to be the slot receiver or going out to be the X receiver in this and trying to get a linebacker on him, trying to dictate terms of matchups. So with all that being said, I got the Jags, the plus 2.5, and it's Thursday night football. I think there's a rumbling of a Thursday under thing that might be starting to become a trend. But Washington didn't stay under, so that wouldn't be right. So I'm gonna go under anyway because I just don't think these two teams they don't scream offense. I would love to say more, but that's about what I think is going to be for right now. What you got, KG?
Jacksonville. They had 2 great games in London. Playing pretty good ball. The Saints, on the other hand, have given me fits the last 2 weeks when I picked them. And I was like, I want the Saints to win this game, but I got to go with Jacksonville because Jacksonville seems like the better of the two. So I'm taking Jacksonville plus the 2.5, and I'm taking the under. I'm going to take the under. So
all right.
It's Thursday night, so it's a short show, but we got some stuff coming up for you tomorrow. We got NBA preview tomorrow. We're going to come in and talk about that, and Perry already starting. He say, what the fuck? Poole trying to hit 50 on my boys in the preseason. Yeah, he dropped 41, 47, something like that?
Something like that. Didn't play the third quarter. Play the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and if that's an indication of what's going to come,
I don't think it is, but okay.
I don't think so. I think they just like green light it and just go. But it'll prove my point, and I'll get into more of this tomorrow night. It was 41, Perry said. It proves my point because Bradley Beal had the green light for 3 years and did not shoot with the green light. If Bradley Beal did not put up granted, he almost won the scoring title. Almost only counts in horseshoes. But if Bradley Beal didn't use the green light to make that team better, and Jordan Poole does, it proves my point. And yeah, I just took a jab at Bradley Beal on the way out the door.
Yo, just tell me what Brad did, man. I mean, you asked me about Eddie Jones, but what did Brad do, man? Like
you haven't answered me about Eddie Jones.
No. I did. I told you. The Joker just doesn't show in the big moments. And maybe it's my fandom, but for me, that's it. But let's stay on topic. Let's stay focused.
Ross said, looking forward to the preview tomorrow night. Yes, indeed. And I'll get with you after the show and figure out how we're going to layer that because I put up the SI preview in the group. I didn't like that.
Well, we'll talk about that because we got to do some heavy lifting because we got to start because October 25th starts the in-season tournament, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. The NBA. In-season tournament, baby. It's sensational. It's fantastic, baby.
Perry said he's going to put up numbers for a 30-win team.
That's
perfect. That tomorrow night. I'll say that for tomorrow night because I think the Wizards going to win more than 30. But
wow, this is
Ross.
See,
this is me and Ross right here. Bill is just a guy.
This is so salacious, dog.
He's just a guy.
This is no. This is I watched you for 82 games. I've built my narrative. This is what you are. This is beautiful. This is what sports talk is about.
34. Not 30 win, 34. My bad. That's what Perry said. He said 34 wins.
Let's do this. Between us and everybody else, let's try to find if anybody can get a hold of the future bet for the Wizards win total. Let's start tomorrow's show with that. Let's build a discussion around that.
Let me.
We'll build the show out from there.
Where's my pen at? Where's my pen? What y'all doing?
But as we were doing the show, the Philadelphia Phillies and the Diamondbacks were putting on a classic. They went in the extra innings, and it looks like the Diamondbacks won. Oh no, it didn't go no extras. It went only 9. So the Diamondbacks smoked it off 2-1 in 9 innings. And it looks like the Astros have already jumped out to a 3-0 lead on Texas. The Astros are starting to do this thing where they win games on the road instead of at home. This could be interesting. But they're up 3-0 on the Rangers right now.
Yeah, Ross said D-backs walked them off.
Wait. Alex Bergman only got a okay. Get out of the bets.
Ross said F the Astros.
But they're gonna still game 2. I mean 2 games here, and they're gonna go back to Houston 2-2. Unless they don't know it's 2. Yeah, it's 2-1-1-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they go back and then they go back and then they go back. I don't think they stay for 3.
Perry said ew.
Okay.
Ross said anyone but the Astros.
Okay.
Perry said just saw projected.
We'll say that for tomorrow. Let's say that for tomorrow. That's where we need to start the conversation anyway. And when we get off, when we finish and we close this up, let's see if we can stick around after the thing goes off.
You can.
All right, let's do that.
Okay. Well, we got kickoff coming up for Thursday night football. Be back tomorrow night. We'll discuss time. We'll put it out there. But we will do an NBA preview. And we are going to discuss the NBA as a whole. We're not going to discuss the 17-time world champion, LA Lakers, to, the end of the show, or my 6-time champion Bulls, or, things like that.
That's a big gap.
That's all right. We started late.
17-6.
You've been playing since 46. You got a 20-year head start on us.
17-6.
Moving on. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Perry. Thank you, everybody listening. He want to keep talking about championships, but that's okay. That's all right.
I didn't even bring up the 17-time world champions.
At least I ain't got a Mickey Mouse ring. But
okay. So I guess the Spurs got a strike ring.
Nope. You got to Mickey Mouse. You know how I feel about that. I hate when people say that. You got to crown. That's like,
I mean, if we picking nits with how we get the rings, everything got to be on the table. That's all I say. Well, you can't dog my title and then dog the title that didn't. We only played 52 game season, so I mean, yeah.
Perry said, "Keep it to this season."
That's fine with me. I didn't even bring up 17.
But no, whenever I introduce a team, whether it's any team that is a 2-time NBA champion New York Knicks, the ABA champion Brooklyn Nets,
I apologize, KG.
It's just always. And I got a question for you later on, because I need to ask that, because it's a Dr. J question, and I ask this to everybody. Y'all can drop your answers in tomorrow. Somebody was talking about Dr. J, and they said he was a one-time champion, but do we not count the championships he won in the ABA as well?
This is such a you question. You're the only this is a you question. This is a KG special. No, that's fine. But no, let's all right. So look, guys, we're shooting for tomorrow night between 7 and 7:30. We don't know the exact start time. We're gonna try to post it on the Sideline Junkies chat or on the Sideline Junkies 24/7. Try to make that work for you. Please jump in the comments. We might, depending on the topic, we might throw links out to people to get there, because I would love to hear Perry's opinion on the Knicks. So we might throw some links to people to see what's going on. So if you're a fan of a team and your team isn't represented, we might have you on for like a couple minutes just to say, hey, well, maybe we should. But okay.
We should not.
Whole different thing. We get off topic. So let's if you're a fan of a team, and your team isn't represented, and you feel like giving us 3 minutes of what your team is or what you think your team is going to be, we'll take it. And we're going to try to rotate guys in and out if we can. So that way we can try to get to everybody's team. And let's go.
And Perry said we never say strike season champs Redskins, and Ross says I count him. He's a 3-time champ. See, that's what I'm talking about.
So that means we're 17 times. There's no Mickey Mouse involved.
No, it's not. But I don't like that. I just like to say.
I know you don't. All right, man. So go ahead, do your part.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for having us a part of your night. Enjoy the game. Make sure you set your lineups. You got 4 minutes.
No, this game started.
Oh, well, until tomorrow, we the Sideline Junkies. We don't do no overtime, y'all. We are out of here.